Happy New Year. But did Yama just step into the new year talking about new year, new me? Hit that sub button. Y'all already know what I'm about to get into. So we start from where we left off with Enkidu and Gutsang meeting up finally. And of course Rachel's pretty salty, yelling at Gutsang, talking about why'd you give me this fake watch? And Gutsang even admits that he had the workshop counterfeited for him. But Rachel's pretty salty, escaping with Yora, and we get Gutsang and Enkidu. Now, while we thought there was going to be a conversation, Enkidu and Gutsang kind of get into it. They have a pretty decent fight that goes on for about half the chapter. Gutsang seemingly tries pretty hard, more than we've ever seen him do so, and he ends up making Enkidu submit and making him kind of remember who he is and what's going on, mentioning Trom's name, and you see that Enkidu remembers Trom with pure malice. So the question that Gutsang asks is something we all could assume what it was who are these people that I forgot, and why did you kill this person? But we didn't get who they are, so moving on, we get a transition to the battlefield where Rob and the Lobopia versus Pobidao. So we start off with Cha and Robodon basically talking about what Cha's going to do to help with the war, and Cha's basically going to draw out the high rankers, given that Rob even knows about his strength. So it's Cha versus this Pobidao guy, which we've seen him a few times. I can't remember his name, but we also see Darwin and Doom. Pause. Darwin and Doom, low-key might be a couple. But we see Darwin and Doom, and Darwin mentioning that there's an ancient weapon that the Pobidao is using. And I'm honestly not surprised, because the Pobidao have shown that they are pretty technical with all their resources. But the defenses are pretty much holding out, and the ancient weapon goes to attack with Lobopia's defense kind of deflecting the beam, and it's about to hit the beast kinship, but right on time is Yama. And Yama is looking different, kicking the beam away with no problem, and then claims himself to be the king of the beast kin. So Yama really coming into the new year strong. He talking about reinvesting my stocks, don't let it go, we going up, baby. And to be honest, Yama looks good. Like, Paul's, his design is pretty fire now. So what I will say is that he probably processed all the information that Yaz gave him, including getting the Fang. And honestly, if you look at Yama and you look at him before when he did the metamorphosis, it kind of was a unrefined transformation. I even believe it even said it was incomplete, but it was kind of ragged. And now when you look at his design, it's pretty simple, pretty sleek, and he looks pretty chill. We might see another Pobidao person, given that Proust is number 2, but who's number 1? Now, I know a lot of people assume Gutsang is the number 1, but I think he's just the head. I think there's another fighter that might be in secret, but I could be wrong. Now, if there's not, then I see them absolutely steamrolling the Pobidao here, and Lobopia wins this part of the war, but we never know. But moving on, the Gutsang and Enkidu stuff, honestly guys, I really didn't like it. I'm gonna let you know now, the chapter is not rated very high. The powers in the story should not be fighting. Like, the Lustlek versus Urek thing was cool, but the strongest guy should be moving the plot. Gutsang and Enkidu, we ended on such a cliffhanger. I believe we all thought we were going to get some lore here, but we got a small fight that took up half a chapter, and honestly wasn't worth it. Kind of a weak way to end 2023, I'm gonna be honest with you, but hopefully it's calmed down. They're kind of talking now, so we'll see where it leads to, but I didn't like it very much. And then we also can't forget about Rachel. Now, Rachel is pretty salty with the way things worked out. What do you guys think that Rachel's gonna do here? Honestly, we know Rachel to be a very petty person, right? I think she may try to do something that trips up both Gutsang and Lobopia, because we know she's petty as fuck, bro. Like, she don't really care. But being that she's salty that she's probably been used, we might see some things happen here. But you guys remember a month ago when we thought we would be in the chess match right now? It's not looking good. But anyway, chapter's a 5 out of 10. The art was pretty damn good, but everything else was pretty mid. The fight with Gutsang and Enkidu was cool, but we didn't see nothing that we ain't already really saw. So you guys make sure to join that Discord. I will see you Thursday, 1 o'clock p.m. We are back on regular scheduled programming. And until then, cheers.